Hi guys, hi there, how are all of you? I hope you all are fine. Well, my name is Yusuf and I'm back on Yusuf Reacts. Well guys, today again I'm back again with a very interesting movie review that is there for you people. Now, you guys would be wondering that today I'm wearing John Cena. You can't see me. Well, the movie that I'm going to be talking about as far as today is concerned is going to be a movie that is going to be featuring John Cena. Now, this movie, I would say this thing up that it's a totally offbeat movie from the movies that we eventually tend to see. This movie has its own particular flair, and when I talk about that particular thing, that this movie has its own flair, it means this movie is not the conventional and the traditional kind of stories that are there. This movie is totally different from what we guys eventually have ever seen, imagined, and I guess that's what makes it so special. Over here, if I talk about this particular film, now the thing which comes over here is this, that what is the thing that makes this movie so special? Anyhow, before I move on to it, I need to tell you guys what is the name of the particular movie that I'm talking about. Well, the name of the movie that I'm going to be talking about as far as today is concerned is going to be Vacation Friends. Now, the title in itself is something that is literally very unusual. Vacation and Friends. Now, this is something that really is obviously not only going to have an intriguing thing in your mind, but it would also have you ponder a bit on it. Vacation and Friends. Well, sounds interesting. Well, guys, that's what this thing is all about. So, Vacation Friends is a particular movie that targets about a particular guy, and he's a black American. Now, that black American eventually has a particular lady that he's really fond of. Now, because of the fact he's fond of that particular lady, he plans a special trip with that particular lady, of course, and he plans it at a 5-star hotel. He books each and everything that he's planned by him is really something that's really good. Eventually, he flies with her, and the purpose is what he wants to propose that girl out. Now, the thing which tends to happen is this, that as soon as they reach at that particular place, the thing which tends to happen is this, that the hotel which they have had a room in, which the special room that he had booked for her, that hotel room is in a very bad condition as water is popping down from its ceilings. The reason being what? That some people in the presidential suite upstairs were the ones who did what? That they eventually forgot to, turn off the tap of the jacuzzi, and eventually the water from up eventually came down and it messed up their whole room. Now, eventually they go to the counter. They want a separate room, but the thing that is there is this, that this place is all completely booked. They don't have a separate room. Here comes the duo couple. We see John Cena along with the lady, and both of them are a very awesome couple, I would say, and they are hippies and they just want to live their life to the fullest. Money is not a concern for both of them. They have extra amount of money which is quite lavish, and they eventually, when they see it up, they invite both of them for a particular share together. Means they say to them that because of them it was their problem and their reason or the cause of that particular unusual happening was them. So they asked both of them that if they could eventually share the room with them, because they have the presidential suite and it's too luxurious. It is awesome. So they eventually accept the offer, and from there they form friends with them. Eventually, on the trip, they do things that are literally unusual. Means they do things that are not only adventurous, challenging at the same time, and when both of them, the other ones, they feel and see them up as a couple, they sometimes get amazed and they don't know how to react. But eventually, with time, we see this thing up that they also gel together with them. And as soon as they gel together with them, they eventually, become very good friends with them. They are the ones who are very fond of having, different kinds of drugs at different times, because they always want to be high, live the life to the fullest, and they want to enjoy their vacations like anything. So that is how the story eventually tends to move on. to happen is this, that like John Cena and his girlfriend, they both of them have them get married, and after the marriage they jump from the top of a particular cliff into the sea. And over there then there was some certain kind of an unusual happening that takes place. Like they are too much high, and because of the fact they're so much high, they eventually don't know whom they are making out with. And the guy, the black guy, he feels this thing up that he's someone who has done something which is guilty. Anyhow, eventually the day when they wake up in the morning, then they get together. And as soon as they get together, now the thing with this is this, that they have to say bye to each other. Now both of them are the ones who had a very different kind of an experience, because they did things that they in real life would have never ever imagined to do so. And because of both of them, they were able to do that. So that's how the thing eventually is like now. So this is how the things eventually are going on now. They say goodbye, and from there both of them feel that now it's going to be the bye time, and now they would never see them again. They go away. Next thing which tends to happen is this, that his father, the father of the girl, has invited him over, and it's the marriage stuff. His father is someone who does not like him at all. And over there, as soon as they reach at that particular place, there is a truck which enters, breaks the fences of the hotel, enters into the lobby, and we see what? John Cena along with that girl. Now John Cena really makes a fuss out of the things by calling him a traitor and so many things, that you were my friend, you promised me that I'm going to be your best man, and so on like that. Literally both of them are shocked, because they were not themselves actually, and they sometimes are too much shocked and stuff. They ask him to go. As soon as John is asked to go, the father of the girl eventually asks John Cena who he really is. He tells him that he's someone who's a former Marine, and eventually he shows his badge and stuff like that. They become friends, and eventually when they become friends, then obviously they get the room and each and everything, and now they are there. John Cena along with his girlfriend, who is pregnant now. Now this is something which was the cause of the concern. Like the black guy always observes that because he was so high, he had no clue about it. Maybe he's the one who is guilty for that, because John Cena was someone who could not have that particular kid because of the fact there were some problems as far as with his health is concerned. So he is now feeling himself guilty at the same time, and he does not want to reveal it to his upcoming wife at the same time. But at the same time, the thing which tends to happen is this: eventually with the passage of time, John Cena is always there standing with him. He eventually has to face not only the music of his brothers, but at the same time her brother, his father, and his friend, they really hate this guy up, and eventually he has to face the music of all of it. John Cena is always having his back. We have a golf match where John Cena challenges them up, although John does not know how to play golf. Anyhow, they put something on the line. He sells out the rings of their wedding, which were handed over to John Cena by him, as he was the best man. But he eventually sells them out because it was a bet, and John could not withstand that they say something to his friend and so on like that. Anyhow, John wins the car and stuff. But the thing which tends to happen is this, that the misunderstanding that was popping up in the mind of that particular guy, that the wife of John Cena is eventually got married because, is eventually got pregnant because of him. That is something that literally pops up in his mind, which really becomes a cause of concern. Because of that particular doubt that is there in his mind, he eventually misbehaves with both of them. He really insults them and just has them go. Now it's the day of the marriage. On the day of the marriage, they get a gift from both of them. It's the same rings that eventually got lost. So now the thing that is there is this: they feel so guilty about it, because there was a grandmother of that girl also who eventually could not walk and talk. She eventually cures her with homeopathic medicine and stuff, and now she's also cured up. Now the thing which tends to happen is this: they feel extremely guilty and they start searching for them. They find them out before their marriage. Eventually they convince John Cena and that girl. Eventually they come over, and that's the ending of it. A very nice and a very unusual kind of a film that was there. If you guys have not seen it, you guys would love it. Vacation Friends is the movie to go for. Guys, I guess this is it for today, and before I leave, I want all of you to subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to comment on my videos. I want you guys to share them as much as you guys can, because your support is something that is literally very important. So I guess that's it for today. This is me, Yusuf, saying goodbye to you people. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Take care. Bye bye.